My dad came from really humble beginnings. A kid that was born in a sharecropper house, managed to make a living in a big city like Chicago and then move over to Europe. This one is a photo of the house he was born in. He got involved in a choral group, and then that turned to community theater and singing and performing. And there was my dad in the back singing along. I had a few old scratchy recordings of his singing from many years ago.
If ever I would leave you, it wouldn't be in springtime.
I played for my own kids, and they're like, whoa, that's Grandpa? He could really sing. In the whole arc of the COVID story, his experience was at the very, very, very beginning. Then he needed to go to a rehab facility. He wasn't able to go right back to the assisted living facility, and that sent him to Life Care Center in Kirkland, which was for a while anyway known as ground zero for COVID. He was in a weak condition when he got there, and so when the virus made its way to him, it was, he was pretty vulnerable, and so he contracted the virus, and it really didn't take long. I mean, it was a matter of days from being, we think, infected and then him passing away. But we all felt like, he was ready to, go on to the next life.
Jennifer loved life, and she was a caregiver for everybody, not only her patients, but her family, and she was kind of like everybody's mama here. She got sick in November, and we'd had several employees, we were starting to see employees throughout, randomly get COVID. Jennifer texted me when she was sick. We had worked together the night before the night of the election, and that was the last time I worked with her. I didn't hear from her the day she had to come to the hospital, and I was worried. On December the 14th, her husband called me a little bit after midnight to tell me. And the first thing I did was I text Krista. Her memorial was Wednesday afternoon, and the vaccine clinic here was Thursday. The clinic was the day after the memorial, and it was such a blur. And there's not a day go by you wonder if she would have got it, which is still here.
Every day before he left for work, he would always give me a kiss on the forehead, on the lips. I'm gonna miss that. He would do that every time he would leave. It's gonna be a big void with the family and with me, because that's all I know. But he had COVID and double pneumonia, so there was nothing I could do. But he just could not shake that double pneumonia.
Doing good. Doing real good. But stay calm now, stay calm now. I miss you too. I miss you too, baby.
Sherman and I always had plans of growing old, and so we bought Corvettes together, because we were going to cruise up and down the coast in our Corvettes. And then the next thing, Sherman bought a motorcycle. I'm not buying a motorcycle, Sherman. And then we were going to buy RVs together, and we were going to retire together. We had dreams and goals together. We were going to grow old together, and just didn't make it. God had other plans.
You know, he had done so much for people and, you know, me and his family that, you know, I guess God said that he had completed his assignment.
He loved little treasures, little chocolates, music. He collected and books. I mean, he was a very avid collector. Everything that he accumulated was like a little treasure that he loved. Arnie moved in here in the winter of 1982. We fell deeply in love, and we've been life partners ever since. We were fellow fledgling gay activists. There we were, you know, coming of age and developing our relationship with each other in those very fraught years. And he continued his activist work on multiple fronts. He wrote lots of articles for the gay press. The other thing is that when you're that intimate with somebody, you know, you're that close over such a long time, it's just, they're part of you. He's still there in my heart. I still, you know, at a very selfish level, Arnie became for me what he became for many, many people. He was the go-to person to help you solve insoluble life problems.